Right, in this morning's checkup, a sixth case of the measles has now been confirmed in a South Florida elementary school. This is weeks after there was a nationwide alert went out to physicians about seeing an uptick in cases. The school district says that out of nearly 1,100 students, 86 of them are not vaccinated against the measles. The WHO is warning more than half of the world's countries will be at a high risk for the measles and outbreaks by the end of the year unless urgent preventative measures are taken. Joining us now, medical media personality, Dr. Renee Matthews. Dr. Matthews, thank you. I worry about herd immunity in a case like this, right? Measles has not been something that we've been concerned about for a long time, but as we see vaccine rates drop, I know that concern is heightened.
Yes, we had 50 million deaths that were averted since 2000 because of measles vaccines. So we know the vaccines work. Unfortunately, due to the pandemic, a lot of people fell off of their schedules with their doctor's appointments, and the children were not vaccinated. So that's why we've seen 79% increase last year.
What's the biggest misconception? I mean, one, you could say vaccines as a whole, but two, about the measles vaccine. What's driving the hesitancy?
I think that it's because this generation, if you think about it, they never had to worry about measles, but they didn't realize the reason they didn't have to worry about measles was the vaccine. So I think that that's the thing. And then now we're playing catch up. You know, you got to get to the doctor. I know that, everyone knows to get into the doctor. It doesn't matter what age doctor you're trying to go to, pediatrician, adult doctors, it's a long wait. So I think that that's the problem. And then also measles is not one that is a one and done. You need 2 measles vaccines for you to be fully covered. So I think that's the other thing. Yes, you are covered if you have one, but for the best 97% coverage, you want to have both shots.
Right. And so, I know my kids had the series of 2. If you have been vaccinated and you have that 2 series on the schedule, do you need to do anything further to prevent this?
As long as you're on the schedule, you're good. So adults don't realize, but you actually do need to go get a booster too. So speak to your doctor to find out, when you are due for a booster, just to make certain that you're up on your vaccines as well.
Oh, right. Okay. So if you had the 2 as a kid and you're an adult now, you may need the booster.
Exactly.
Okay. Wow.
Just,
I didn't know
just
that.
check it out.
Okay.
Yeah, because I actually did receive it again when I started medical school. They were like, you need another one. So.
All right. First time I've heard that. Thank you for that. All right. Cardiovascular disease, leading cause of death for women. It's February. It's Heart Health Month, so it's important that we're talking about this. 45% of women over 20 years old are actually living with some form of cardiovascular disease. I mean, it's shocking. Because this is the month that we try to raise awareness, they're saying women over 50 should be aware of some of their primary risk factors. What are those risk factors, Dr. Matthews?
So it's crazy, but of course our menstrual history and any adverse pregnancy outcomes are gender specific risk factors for women. And then of course, because of women having menopause, when you decrease estrogen levels after menopause, that's linked to increased risk of cardiovascular disease.
I've done a lot of work with the Heart Association over the years, and I know that women often ignore the signs and symptoms if something is wrong. What should women be looking for and acting on?
So women have different symptoms than men, which is why I think they get ignored. So they don't have the classic chest pain and the radiating to the left arm. They actually have indigestion, dizziness, nausea, breathlessness. So and even jaw and back pain. These are things that you want to definitely look out for and tell your doctor if you experience these.
All right, don't ignore them, right? Ladies, I know we're busy, but we can multitask our health. All right, let's talk a little bit of milk here. We've been told as we grew up, at least I know I was, that if you want to grow up and be strong, be tall, have strong bones and muscles, drink your milk. But experts say dairy isn't as essential to overall health as many people believe. So, let's discuss it. How much calcium do we need? Let's begin with our kids.
So children, I think that milk is still essential for children. So under 5, yes, you need no cow's milk for the first year. But so milk and water is what the children need. As children, that's what they need to drink. So no cow's milk the first year, ages 1 to 2, 2 to 3 cups of whole milk, 1 to 4 cups water daily. Yes. And 2 to 3 years, up to 2 cups a day of skim or fat-free or low-fat milk. And then 4 to 5, 2.5 cups a day of skim fat-free or low-fat milk and 5 cups of water. So children don't necessarily, children are the ones that need milk. But I personally have an allergy, had an allergy as a kid. So the one thing that they have found that is close enough to milk and the nutrition value of milk is soy milk, not
Okay.
the other ones. Soy milk.
All right. I have soy milk every day in my coffee, so I'll stick with it. Got milk, got soy, get one of them.
Now, for as
Doctor.
adults, you can eat your calcium. So that's the one thing. Adults, most of our diets have calcium in them. So
Yeah.
if you're eating right, then you should be okay. But otherwise, supplement B12 and make sure you're getting your vitamin D. If not from the sun, then take supplements.
Yeah, for strong bones on the opposite end of that spectrum. Dr. Renee Matthews, thank you. It's nice to see you.
You too. Thanks a lot.
Great information. The booster for the measles.